GCSE Japanese Writing Practice Tutorial Short Essay 6 School Trip. This is a sample question I made. Please pause the video and read the question. At the actual exam, there are no English or Japanese titles or any pictures. Have you read the question? Opening. The format for this essay is email to your friend Sakura-san. You can write Sakura-san e at the beginning. Then you can write the first sentence without changing the line. You don't have to make paragraphs in the short essay. Ending. You don't need to write anything. Maybe you can just say sayonara. Now let's answer the bullet points one by one. 1. Why your school went on this school trip? For this, let's take 2 steps. Step 1. Write the fact about the trip. When and where did you go? Write in short, separate sentences to give an easy-to-read start. The key vocabulary is 修学旅行, school trip. Step 2. Write a reason. If you find it difficult to think of a reason, it is easier to take words from the first sentence. The place you went or the time. Make up a reason related to either of them. If the theme of the essay is school, using school subject is a good idea. When you write reasons, don't forget to put から. You can write なぜなら at the beginning of the sentence. But a sentence starts with なぜなら and does not end with から might look incomplete. And if you use it again and again, it is repetitive. Please make sure you practice sentences that end with ですから or ますから. If you can write a long complex, you can place から in the middle of the sentence, especially for a long essay. Bullet point 1, example. You can get good marks if you use a lot of vocabulary and grammar. Bullet point 2. What did you do on this school trip? In the first sentence on this bullet point, you can write about where you went and what you did. Let's use 行きます in て form so that you can include GCSE grammar. This sentence must be in past tense. The second sentence. If you don't have an idea, take a word from the first sentence. Write about the place you went or activity you did. To secure a good mark, use 2 adjectives in a sentence by using て form, such as 暑くて and きれいで. Please make sure end this sentence with the past tense as well. Here are some tips. Avoid using 楽しい or 面白い here. You may want to save these easy adjectives for later. For places, activities, and travel, you can use big, small, old, and new to show a wider range of vocabulary rather than using 楽しい couple of times. Bullet point 2. Example. Bullet point 3. Write your opinion and reasons in 2 steps. Step 1. Write if it's good or bad. 修学旅行はいいです。良くないです。いいと思います。良くないと思います。Step 2. Reasons. Let's start with the simple ones. 楽しいですから or 面白いですから is good enough. And this is why you saved these phrases. Tips for writing opinions. Simplify words that are difficult to say in Japanese. For example, educational, which is good for studying. Socializing can be new friends. Useful GCSE structures. ことができます。外国の文化を勉強することができます。新しい友達を作ることができます。If you think school trips are not useful for socializing, simple Japanese is 学校の人と行きたくないです。or 家族と行く方がいいです。Bullet point 3, example. Bullet point 4. Start with the time word suitable for the future, such as 今度、来年、将来。Recommended structures. place に行きたいです。place に行ったことがありません。something するつもりです。たいです is the easiest one. It's good to add the other grammar if you are aiming at the top marks. Bullet point 4. Example. Marking criteria. Short essay is worth 20 marks. 12 marks for content and 8 marks for language knowledge. Let's take a look at content. 12 marks for this section, and there are 4 bullet points, so let's think of them as 3 marks each. If it's excellent and nothing more to improve on, 3 marks. If it's very well written, 2 marks. If it's minimal, 1 mark. If one of the bullet point is not answered, you might lose 3 marks. If answer is not clear, you might miss some marks on it. Typical example is missing から in the reason sentence. Next, marks on language knowledge. Even if you made some errors, if it's written, if the same word is written correctly in a different sentence, you won't get mark deduction. To get high marks in this section, you need to cover wide range of vocabulary and kanji. In total, I would like to give 17 marks to the sample essay, 8 full marks for language knowledge, but content is not a full mark. It could include more details and more depth, perhaps more grammar, such as tari, to list activities and examples, and use of negative sentence might have been a good idea. But 17 marks is a good mark. Please note, this is the way I use for simple marking. This is not an official mark scheme from exam board. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to practice more writing essays, take a look at this workbook. 日本語の勉強頑張ってください。